Hey, what is up, everybody? This is the Great Puckettini, and I've got big news for you tonight. I don't know if you've heard it yet or not, but Karter Knox is coming back to the Arkansas Razorbacks basketball team, which is huge news. You know, Carter's been in the NBA draft process. He's gone through a lot of the workouts, and he did some of the scrimmaging and stuff like that. But he's decided. I think the draft is this coming Wednesday, but he has decided to come back to play with Arkansas Razorbacks, and that is huge for us Arkansas Razorback fans. I mean, this guy's a heck of a player, you know, and there's a strong. I know I've read and watched a lot of videos where they're saying that the teams that kept their players won so much more, you know, in the NCAA tournament, and they were a lot more successful this past season. Excuse me, those teams that returned a lot of their players. So this is big news for Arkansas. Now, just let me remind you how good of a season he had this past season as a true freshman. Now, here are his stats that he had. You know, at the NBA Combine, I'm gonna keep saying NFL, but the NBA Combine, they measured him at 6'5". That's flat-footed, no shoes on. Okay, now last I've seen players play basketball, they don't run around flat-footed and they got shoes on. So I would say he's probably about 6'6". He weighed in at 214 pounds, and that's he played kind of a shooting guard, small forward position for Arkansas, kind of that 2-3. Also, sometimes they played him as a 4. You know, when they had to there sometimes. And remember, Corliss Williamson, one of our best players ever, who's a post player, was only about 6'7", probably, and that might be stretching it. You know, so Karter Knox has great size, you know, and that's once again Coach Cal likes that, those big guards. They give other teams a lot of fits, and he did this all season long. Now, here are his averages from last season. And listen to this, and there's no high school player we could pick up that have his experience, and this is a huge pickup for us. Field goal percentage, he shot 42. I can't speak. He shot 46% from the field. Okay, and for a guard, that's really good. 46% is good. You're not going to be at least 45. So at 46%, his three-point percentage was 35, which is right where you want to be. You like your three-point shooters to be 35% and above. Free throw percentage was 80.2%. And that was on the season. Those are 3 really good numbers there. So he shoots the ball very well. You're not going to get a player, a true freshman come in and do that very often. He did that last year as a true freshman. Now, he averaged 8 points per game, which that should go up. He'll probably have more minutes this next year. He averaged about 3 rebounds per game, which should go up as well. He averaged an assist a game, right about a steal a game, and then right about a block per game. So he plays defense too. And you'll see I'm going to show some film, some of his highlights from this past season, and you'll see he likes to jump those passing lanes, and he is everything we need. You know, when you watch film of him, and what I've heard it so far with who we've signed and everything, transfer portal, is that we got to have a shooter. We need a shooter. We need somebody who can shoot the 3. We don't have any guy to shoot the 3. Well, I'll tell you, Karter Knox can shoot the 3. Matter of fact, when I see him, I see versatility. That's a key word with him. He makes you very versatile. He's a big, strong guard forward that can catch and shoot the 3 at 35% clip, which is very good. He can also drive hard to the basket and dunk it on somebody. He can do both, and he can do both very well. So he's exactly what we need. He's a combo guard forward that can catch and shoot and get to the basket. He's not just one or the other. He's great in the fast break game. He's like a big wide receiver, a tight end. If you played football, you'd put him in there at tight end. And, man, that's what it looks like when he's running down the floor, catching those passes on the fast break, you'll see. He also can lead the break and go from basket to basket. He kind of reminded me one time of Charles Barkley. You know, if you don't remember Charles Barkley, watch him. You see him get a rebound and take it the length of the floor and dunk it on somebody. And Karter Knox looked like him, and I'll try to point that out in these highlights that we watch here a little bit later, just to remind you of how good he is and how good of a season he had. You know, I'm so excited. I'd rather have Karter Knox come back than Boogie Fland, because we've got the 2 or 3 guards we've got, you know, in Acuff and Thomas. They're more of that Boogie Fland type, kind of. I think they're a little bit better. And Karter is a different top player. So I think this is big. This is bigger than Boogie Fland. I'd take him too. But Karter Knox fills that void that we need, you know. Now, you can throw him alley-oops. He's very hard to cover one-on-one, too, when you isolate him. You can put him on the wing. If he's got a smaller guy, he can bully his way to the basket. And, you know, or he can just shoot over the top of somebody smaller than him. So, I mean, he can catch and shoot it, or he can drive hard to the basket. He's a hard to cover one-on-one on the wing. Also at the elbow, you know, a couple times they get to him with the elbow, he can turn, get to the basket, he can shoot it from the elbow. He's very versatile offensively. He's a very good offensive weapon. Also does a great job on defense as well. You know, he averages about a steal a game and about a block a game. So, I mean, you could say that's almost 2 turnovers a game he's causing, which could lead to 4 or 6 points, you know. It's very good. I mean, Karter Knox, having him come back is huge news for us. That is very great. That's a very big plus. I'm very excited to have him back. Now, so let's get out of this and let's watch some film. I found this highlight film from a guy here. I'm subscribed to him. It's called Big Hogs Fan. And and he has a 10-minute highlight video of Karter Knox. And I'm going to show about the last 5 minutes of it because that is that, oh, no, don't do that. I don't want me on there. Let's see. Let's move this all the way, make that full screen. And then I'll probably come on here. There we go. And I'm just showing the last 5 minutes, and I think this is kind of where the SEC part of it works. The first 5 minutes, or 4, somewhere in there, was against some of the non-conference teams. But this, you remember, and watch what I'm talking about. He can catch and shoot the 3. He can drive the basket. He can do both. You'll see that. So let's hope this thing will play good. Computer won't lag too much. So here he is right here in the corner. Boom. Catch and shoot 3. Big win versus Kentucky right there. Here he is on defense. Rebound. Oh, there he goes. Run the floor. Right there. So there's that big tight end. Boom. You know, fits right into the way Cal wants to play that fast break, push the tempo. There's old Billy Richmond. So great play right there. Here he is spotted up right there in the corner. Little step back. Boom. See, he can shoot 3 very well. 35% clip. Okay, he's a good 3-point shooter. Here's running the break again. Look at him. Like a big wide receiver tight end right there, man. Getting down the floor, big, strong guy. He's going to jump through contact. He's going to score. All right. Here's over in that far corner. Catch it, shoot. Boom. Nothing but net. Pretty shot. Very pretty shot. You know, last year I said he reminded me of Glendon Alexander, you know, who played at Arkansas. Look at there, catch and shoot. Boom. I mean, this guy, that was against LSU. You know, these are SEC teams here. Boom. Really good dunker. And that's the very high percentage shot. Here he is going to get in there and rebound. Good job right there. Big, strong guy getting there and rebound. He should be bigger and stronger this year. Has a year of experience. Here he is playing on defense. Look at him leading the break here. Right there. Well, he took about a bunch of steps there, but they didn't call it, so hey, we'll take it. Look at him here getting to the free throw line. Like I said, kind of free throw line elbow. You know, he can shoot that mid-range jumper. He can shoot the 3 mid-range, or he can take it to the basket. Swing it to him, shoot that 3. Boom. There's your 3-point shooter right there. He can do both. If he don't have it, he can drive the basket. And he won't get his shot blocked. Boom. There's your shooter. Shooter. Swing it to him. 3-pointer. Boom. Texas A&M. Tied it up. Here he is again. Now there's your mid-range again. You don't see a lot of that in the game anymore, that mid-range jumper there. They either shoot the 3 or go dunk it. Look at there. Good drive right there. Using his big body to get around people, create space. Look at that. Heck of a move right there. There we go. Booyah. Looks like a post player right there. Like I say, versatility. Very versatile. Catch and shoot. Boom. There's Billy playing that point. Get to the basket. Boom. Look at him. Just knocking a big post guy down. And one. Right? And that's your guard. That's your two guard. That's your three. Driving the basket, knocking down a big man, and get an and one here. Here we go, the alley-oop. Boom. So you can see a guy, he runs the floor really well. Big Z. Carter calling for it. Look at him going to the basket. You ain't going to stop that. He's like a freight train. You said he was calling for it, clapping his hands. He wanted it. He knew what he could do with it. Look at there. Big, strong guy. Two guys around him. He's just going to jump up. He's going to push them and jump up through them. Big, strong guard. Big body. Here he is. Double screen right there for him. Taking hard the basket. Here's Missouri. Shoot that three. Catch and shoot. Boom. Here's one-on-one on the wing. Take it to the basket. Look at him. He's tough to stop. And the thing about him is, you know, John L. sometimes, we tried to do that with him last year. He was too small. He'd get his shot blocked. Or Wagner. But look at that. I mean, my computer's kind of lagging, but they ain't going to block that shot. Here he is. Look at him on the break here, leading the break. You know, big, strong guy. I mean, he can go over people. You know, he's not a little guard. Right here, this is like Charles Barkley right here. Getting it here and going the full length of the floor. And boom, right there. I'm going to tell you, go back and watch some Charles Barkley videos and you'll see what I'm talking about. They look like Barkley right there. My computer's lagging here. Boom. I'm right about done. There's about 30 seconds left of this. I knew my computer would do this. It'd go good for a little bit. There he is in the corner. Catch and shoot. Missed it. Now he's going to rebound it right here. Look, you said just push that guy out of the way. Just push him out of the way. Then he gets rebound and scores. That shows how big and strong he is, you know. You know, Wagner had a tough time too. There we go, little alley-oop kind of there. When he gets to the basket, they block a shot some, him and John L. Davis both. But they're not going to do that with Karter Knox. Boom, big three there, catch and shoot the three. That was in the tournament. All right, so there we go. Let me see if I can pause this and get off of it. There's several videos of him. That one there is, you know, big Hogs fan about all of his makes, I think. I don't know if he made that one or not. I'm trying to pause that. That was somebody else there that made that one there. But anyway, so there's several videos of him that you can watch and see. But, you know, once again, you know, when Karter Knox, you know, I went back. I remembered him in Texas Tech game really playing well. And I remember when he came out as a true freshman, I thought he was a big, strong guard that get to the basket, also shoot the three. And you can go back and find that video of me. It might have been a short. I don't know. But anyway, I mean, hit it right on the nail, right on the head. You can see it. I mean, that's what he does good. And he's very versatile. Big, strong guard forward. He can shoot that three. He can get to the basket and dunk it. He can shoot the mid-range. He's going to play on defense for you. I mean, this is huge news. This is great news for Arkansas. Very good. Like I said, I'd rather have him than Boogie for sure. Carter fills that role that we need, fills that open spot. So, hey, great pickup for Arkansas. Our great news for us, getting him back. Man, that's big. That's really big. And but that's all I got. Super proud. I think he just announced it just here not too long ago, as far as I know. I got an update on my phone, and boy, I was so excited I had to make a video. It was about an hour or two ago, though. But anyway, super proud, glad. I mean, he's really going to help us out a lot. He's a shooter that we need. Also, he can get to the basket. That's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching. Please hit that thumbs up. Come back and watch some more. And we'll see you later. Go Hogs.